How to painting anime girl adorable.
Hello darlings, Today we come to this quiet beautiful girl. The tool used is still an 300 rotation head marker. As usual, I still use the number 138 lightest skin tones to prime. Use the number 157 after bottom. Go at his cheeks and the whole heavy color under the forehead. After adding this layer, let's find a slightly darker color. Go under his hair again. The color on the cheeks re-emphasizes. Let's draw the eyes, or use light to dark colors first. Layer by layer to superimpose it. Excessive smudging. After a series of operations, it appears a nice gradient on it. Then we draw the hair, or use it first to highlight the lightest yellow in the inside. Go ahead and put it, the part of the highlight that needs to be vacated. Go give him a primer. Use a slightly darker hair color after base. Go and spread the natural color of his whole hair first. After paving, let's go find a slightly darker color. Go at his entire color change. For example, his light and dark lines, such as his dark side. Where gradients are needed, let's use his background color to make him a overpaint. Repeated application. The same is true for the first half, to control it where it needs to be controlled. Then let's draw its clothes. The whole light yellow is used to make a base for it. After finishing, go to stack his second layer by layer. When stacking the second layer, put his first layer. Leave the light part for him. After the color of the entire dark side, use a darker color. Emphasize it again. The parts of his borderline between light and heavy color for close folds. That's because the cup is a transparent glass, so our cup and clothes can go to draw it together. For the details, you can use colored pencils. And finally this table, same method. Still use a white head. Go make a base for him with a light color. Layer by layer to superimpose his shadow. This is the character lying on this table. He casts shadows. So in the shadows we edge. Distant edges should be blurred a bit. The near edges can be made a little bit. Still the same. We can use colored pencils for the details. We can always keep a white and black to emphasize some bright and dark colors. You see there are some very small places, but he doesn't need to be particularly white or a very dark place. We can use colored pencils. It will be very convenient to add him with colored pencils. If we don't use colored pencils often, we can go and buy a special one. White and one black here for spare. Oil painting some small details. You don't need to buy a set. It's expensive after all. Next, let's draw this green plant, or draw it out from the shallowest part first. Well, the widest and widest place can be vacated. Then go to superimpose the first layer shallow and the second layer shallow. Slowly layer by layer from shallow to deep. What about heavy colors? Our whole plant, it will appear very layered. Then let's put the walls behind. And some houses in the distance. Simply go and give him a big color treatment. Lay big color blocks first. You can find some subtle dark spots in the big color block. Change and then go with a darker color. Go add one to the color inside these windows. When adding, add him by the way. Some light and dark changes, that is, there must be some changes in the window. It won't look so fake. Finally, our painting is finished. Have you learned it?